All right, guys, welcome and Plovdiv. Your first race with the four of you. First race heat yesterday. How was that?
Good, it was good. So I think for the first race it was good, especially first 1,000. We felt really good together, and then second 1,000 we didn't feel good together. It was like it's normal. It's beginning of a bigger crew, and on the training is also like that. We found each other, and then when it's some windy or something, or we're tired, then we a little bit spread, fall apart. And it was like that for the first race. But generally, I think it was good.
Do you still remember how it is to row a four? I mean, it's been a long. What's the last time you rode a four?
Never.
Never on this level. Quad, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course we remember it was our first big medals, big competition. So of course we remember, but it's fun after like what 10 years in the double and pair and double and pair back and forth. It's fun. We like it, and as Valent said, we have confidence we will be much better. I hope so. I hope in Saturday, tomorrow, but definitely later in the season, I think we can improve.
It's still early. Did you guys? When did this plan sort of grow in your head to do a four, or the Croatian four?
I think right after the Paris.
Yeah,
Maybe we thought about it before.
from 2020,
also.
I think.
Oh yeah.
But
That's true.
it wasn't possible until now.
Yeah, and for you, Anton, but did you guys know that they were thinking about it? Were you?
Oh, we were always trying to be closer to them. So basically, like when we came to work with them 5 years ago, we were always having in mind that we want to row with them because they are rowing legends and everything. But now it came through. So now we need to show ourselves that we can do it and show them that we can do it and show everybody. But so yeah, we always had it in mind that we want to do it, but it's depended mostly on them to say, okay, we can do it now and to do it.
And is that something that you just had in your mind, or is that something? Did they tell you, "Hey guys, we want to row with you," or is that just more of a dream?
There was always, we came to work together in 2020, and then it was okay, we will sit, we were under 23s, also pair, they were in the pair for the Tokyo Olympics, and then we were doing some trainings together in a four, just for the feel of it and everything. And then there were thoughts about it, but they were the pair for the seniors for the Tokyo Olympics. They won gold then. They decided to go on to the Paris Olympiad, also them too. And for us too, it was like catching up, learning everything, trying some other stuff. We were also then in another four with the other two guys, but that was a completely different story to this one. This is a little bit different. So this is another challenge, especially for us, because we have two of them in front of us. It's a challenge to follow them, but it's a good challenge, good feeling, and it's also a lot of fun.
I think it's natural in Croatia. It's a small team. When you have junior world champions and two of us who won medals and golds in double and pair, of course you are naturally thinking about it. But I think they needed to grow up, and I think before this year it wouldn't be possible to be in the battle for the gold medal. So because of that we stayed in the.
But I mean, that's cool when you train together in a way. You were able already to learn from them, and at the same time to show that you were improving.
And take a lot of beating from them.
There's a lot of learning in
That's
beating.
good part.
There is still a lot to learn.
How is it now? Are they you guys? I remember back when I was a young athlete. At some point, I was rowing with a teammate in America, a Serbian guy who won a lot. And I think he spent more time sitting in a boat, turned around talking to me what I should change.
Yeah, we are not that much of a talker. But maybe you have to ask them when we are not around.
Do they coach you in the boat, or do you just feel that if something doesn't go the way they want, that they just push hard and they force it, or how is it to row with two of these legends?
It's definitely a big challenge to follow in their footsteps, to be the same
On the same level,
On
yeah.
the same level, yeah. It's definitely a big challenge. The coach is doing mostly the coaching. There we are just rowing, but it's good to follow advice, and they have a lot of it. So it's really great to learn in the same boat, not in two different boats, but to be in the same one and learn a lot of stuff and do it all together.
Is there anything you can learn from the young guys?
Yeah, definitely. They bring some power in the boat, that's for sure. But we just need to teach them how to use that power in a good way, you know. And it's definitely not easy for them, because Martin and I, and especially our coach, we are pretty like perfectionists, and it's never good enough, and it will never be good enough, you know. When Martin and I row together, we always try to be better, you know. We never achieve that. Yeah.
Good enough, I would argue at times. But
Yeah, but we always try to improve something, and in rowing, with the technique, you can always improve something. And when you concentrate on something, something else gets a little bit worse. So, and we train like that for the last 15 years. We always with our coach, always like thinking on some part of the stroke during every training, every stroke. And in that way, we are like perfectionists, you know, it's always trying to be better, and it's not easy to follow that.
and it shows. But so just before Paris, you guys went back to the pair. You had qualified the pair. How was that as a group? Because you're training together, and now all of a sudden you swapped around. You guys ended up in a boat class you had less experience in.
No experience.
No experience. What was that difficult, or was that always? Did you find a way? Did you guys talk about it all together? How did you handle that?
Yeah.
It was a good challenge. We saw it as a challenge. It didn't obstruct our work together, I would say. It's their right to say, as a faster boat, as that okay, they are going for the gold medal, and they proved it that it was worth it. Yeah. So there is no. Yeah. So yeah, but it was like we saw our transfer from pair to the double as a sort of a challenge to prove ourselves. Okay, we are not only a sweep rowers, we can be as scullers also. I think we struggled a lot, but up until the point to the Paris, it was looking like a decent double, I would say. So we saw, as every year we look at it like a new challenge, something to improve. We also looked at that double as an improvement for the upcoming years in some sort of way. So it was good, yeah.
We tried to talk with them. It wasn't easy for them. We told them our decision, but we didn't tell them go do something. I don't care. We told them we understand you are not in the good position, but we feel for us it's easier. I mean, not easier, but more chance to win the gold medal in pair than in the double. So they accept that, because in the double, in the pair in that time in Croatia, they were the only fast pair, but in the double they still had to win the spot for the Olympics. So that was the big challenge for them. It wasn't easy, but they accepted good that position, and they improved in double. So I think that it was good for them in the end.
And now you get all to row together. What's the first time you jumped in after Paris?
In 4? Yeah. Or somewhere late winter, probably. First training, yeah. In January.
So it's still early days.
Yeah.
It was pairs, but sometimes we would go in a four.
Yeah, I didn't do any rowing before the new year, so we couldn't go in the 4 before. I just ran.
Yeah, but until
Yeah.
but
I
think,
was like a Forrest Gump. Oh, I just ran.
run, Valent, run. But it was right until beginning of April, we were mostly in pairs, like 5-6 strings in pair and 1 or 2 in the 4. So
Well, then there's still a lot of improvements to make. I mean, the first race yesterday looked good. You guys I mean, that's fast.
Thank you.
First race in a 4, not bad. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
We'll be cheering for you guys.
thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.